Hiya, it's a pleasure and an honour that I have today to be able to bring to you an interview that I did with Tarik Dervish. Tarik is a brilliant teacher. He not only teaches yoga, he trains yoga teachers with the British Wheel of Yoga School, and he then further educates yoga teachers in Ayurvedic yoga therapy. He's a brilliant therapist. He's an amazing teacher and trainer. And I know that you're going to be as wowed as I was by the wealth and depth of his knowledge during the interview that took place earlier today. So enjoy the interview and get in touch and let us know what you think. If you've got any questions or anything you'd like to add to what we discussed during the interview, we'd really love to hear from you. Enjoy, Tarik.
Hello.
So Tarik, what do you think is the basis of an illness? What are the causes of illness as you see it?
Well, it depends on where you start, where your starting point is. The way I like to work is to really go to the cause of where things are coming from, where illness is coming from. And the models that I use is based on a yogic model, and it's the model of the 5 sheets, where you look at the body like an onion.
Yeah.
And the grossest sheath is the physical body. And then you have a slightly more subtle sheath, which is the pranic body, or the energy body. And then the third body is the sheath of thought, where all beliefs and thoughts emerge from. And so often the causes of disease can come from a very physical place, come from a very superficial place. And then the solutions can also be very, very simple and straightforward. However, if you approach a problem purely from a physical perspective, a good example would be, for example, to give somebody bicarbonate of soda for a slightly acidic stomach, and then it's gone, and then you never had it again, it never re-emerges, and that's finished. Then that problem is solved. However, very often, causes re-emerge. Conditions re-emerge. So one needs to find out whether it is to do with some physical habit that is taking place, and if the physical habit is creating a condition, then why does that person feel like they need to keep doing what they do that creates the problem? And so is it to do with something that is being managed in the emotional body, in the energy body, and that could be a trauma that's being held, that is being managed unconsciously, where you are constantly, for example, eating a certain kind of a food or enacting a certain kind of behavior in order to manage some kind of trauma in the emotional body, in the energy body. And sometimes it can go even deeper still, where it comes from a belief about something. A stream of thought is creating a certain feeling, which is creating a certain behaviour. So how deep does it go? And that is really the first thing I try to do, is try to establish. But it's quite difficult, because you have to build a relationship with the client in order to understand the nature of the cause of that particular person's condition.